Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you guys a look with the Morphe 35F and also some pink eyeliner. So starting off, my foundation and base were already on. I'm going to go ahead and move on to concealer. I'm using Maybeline Age Rewind in the color Light Petal. And I'm applying this underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, my forehead. And that's basically it. But I will be using a Morphe concealer in the color Fudge to contour. And I'm just applying this around my cheekbones and a little bit on my forehead. And now I'm just blending it all in with the Beauty Blender. And now to set my makeup, I'm going to be using Ben Nye Translucent Powder in the color Fair, and I am going to be baking. And I am using a Beauty Blender to apply the powder. Alright, now I'm moving on to eyes, and I'm using LA Girl Pro Primer to prime my eyelids. This primer is super pigmented and very concealer-like, and it's also really affordable. And for the palette that I'm going to be using, it is going to be Morphe 35F, probably in the title of this video. And I'm going to go ahead and start off with the pale color. And I'm just dusting this on my eyes so that it makes it easier for me to blend the other colors. Now I'm grabbing this dark orange color and I'm going to blend that out in my crease as a transition color. And I'm using a Luxie Beauty tapered blending brush for this, and I'm also bringing it underneath my waterline, and I'm just blending it out, and I'm adding a lot of pigmentation. Alright, so now I'm grabbing the black, and I'm going to be using a Makeup Addiction Cosmetic brush for this, and I'm just adding the black on the outer corner of my eye and just blending it out to add more dimension to my eyeshadow. And I'm also bringing it in a little bit more closer to like the middle of my lid, and I'm also bringing it down underneath my waterline but just blending it out. And to blend it out like more smoky-ish, I am using the Luxie Beauty Taper Blending Brush, so I go back and forth a lot with my brushes depending on what I'm doing. Now I'm going to add this champagne shimmery color on my lid, and I'm using a Tish Beauty brush for this, and these brushes are really great. They're a new brown. I'll have all the links for it down below. And the pigmentation was not there like I wanted it to be, so I am going to go ahead and wet my brush with some water. And once I did that, I'm going to go ahead and mix the champagne color with this rose gold color and just add it on my lid. And once I do that, I'm going to go back in my crease to blend it all together. And I went back and I used my Luxie Beauty Tapered Blending and all those matte colors that I had previously used. Alright, once I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'm going to be moving on to the eyeliner. I wanted to do something really fun for summer, so I'm going to be using a NYX Cosmetics Vivid Bright Liner in the color Petal Pink. And I'm just going to be adding this as if it was like regular black liner. So winging it out, making it a little bit long. Alright, now I'll be adding some falsies. These are Farah by Shop Huda Beauty, some of my favorite eyelashes. They are faux mink lashes. Gonna go ahead and add some blush. I'm using Bisou. This is probably terracotta, but I'll go ahead and add the color down below. And I'm just using a regular like blush brush to add it on. And just to kind of define my face a little bit more, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Original Contour Kit. Just to bronze up my face a little bit. Now moving on to my lips, I'm going to be using Huda Beauty lip contour in the color Trendsetter or Bombshell. I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it was Trendsetter, it looks like it. They're very, very alike, they're both like pinky nudes. And I'm going to be using a lipstick today, not a liquid lipstick but a miracle. This is Koi by Dose of Colors. And I'm just contouring my nose a little bit, very quickly. Now to add on my highlight, I'm using So Hollywood by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this brush that I'm using is by Morphe brushes. I honestly don't even know what this brush is for, I just was using it for that. Now I'm just adding a little bit of gold in my inner waterline, and I'm going to be adding a little bit of inner corner highlight to my eyes. And that is basically the look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!